Hello, comic book collectors and enthusiasts. I'm Brandon, and you're watching M.O.N.Comics. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back to M.O.N.Comics. This week, I just had a couple small mail calls I wanted to show. Typically, within a week, I get 4 to 5 books just to sate the collecting appetite, books I'm after, and books that I want to read, and that I want in my collection. So this week I actually got 2 books that I really wanted in my collection, but they're a little pricier, so my allowance only allowed me to buy these 2 books, but they're classics, they're great books, and I just wanted to show them quick and talk a little about them. And then also in this video, I want to talk about my 2023 collecting goals. I think I have my sights set, and I know how I want to accomplish it. The first book is Fantastic Four 51, This Man, This Monster. It was published in 1966. This book is 57 years old. It has some issues, but it's still crazy that that's old and surviving here next to me. Written by Stan Lee, and the art is by Jack Kirby, classic Kirby thing on the front. And in this book, the scientist is like really jealous of Reed Richards, so he makes this machine to get the thing's power, and the thing becomes regular Ben Grimm again. And the guy's whole motive is to get back at Reed Richards for being so smart and everything. He's just jealous of him. But Reed Richards is developing this machine that has the ability to keep up with other beings coming to planet, because he mentioned that there's people that master the space-time principle and the ability to travel faster than light, and he names Galactus and the Watcher and Silver Surfer. So he's trying to figure out how to do this so he can build defenses for the Earth. And this imposter thing has to save him, and he redeems himself, but Ben Grimm turns back into the thing. It's a beautiful story. It's great. I love this book. It does have, you probably can't see it from here, but it does have there it is, that fold crease in the middle. So I probably won't get this one graded. This is the issue right before the Black Panther's debut in Fantastic Four 52, and it mentions that in the last panel. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, this is a little bit pricier of a book. I mean, it's age, it's got issues, but the color's still great on it. It presents well, and I love having it in my collection. Fantastic Four did a lot for comics, and I love Jack Kirby's art and Stan Lee's writing. So that was the first one. And the only other book I picked up this week is a great one, though. It's The Avengers 62, published in 1969. And yes, it does have a tear up there. It stinks, but I was able to afford this copy. It does not affect the main art of M'Baku, huge, larger-than-life villain going after the Black Panther. This was written by Roy Thomas, and the art is by John Buscema. And it's the Avengers and Black Panther go back to Wakanda, and the Black Panther shows off Wakanda, the Avengers, for the first time, and all their technological advancements. And M'Baku wants the throne, so he poisons the Avengers and Black Panther, and he's got Black Panther tied up, and he's going to topple the Panther totem on him. But he actually topples it on himself, and he dies. But then he gets revived by his right-hand man Nagamo in a later issue. Black Panther is he's definitely up there with one of my top 3 with Man-Thing and maybe Batman. I'd have to think about it, but I've just always loved the character, and having the first appearance of M'Baku is great. I love collecting key books and first appearances. To me, they are points of comic history. They're really fun to hold and say, this is when this started, especially where it's gone with movies and stuff today. It's actually, this book is published in 1969. So, I mean, way before any of us were born, and this book will be here way after I'm gone, that's for sure. Probably with my daughters. But yeah, those are the 2 pickups this week that I wanted to talk about. I was very happy to add to my collection, so stay tuned for more of those. So my collecting goals for 2023. Last year, I felt like I was all over the map. I definitely collected some keys and some books that I wanted, but I wasn't like hyper focused. So this year, I thought it would be fun to finish the original Man-Thing run, which is 22 issues. I lack 10 books I just recounted in my collection, and none of them are super expensive or pricey, so it won't be hard to obtain them. It'll just be a fun hunt to get those last 10 books, and I'll spread it out throughout the year and make it last. That way I'm not like setting a goal that's too big for myself. The other goal is a big goal. I've already got Fantastic Four 51, and then 53, the second appearance of Black Panther and the first appearance of the Claw, and 54, the third appearance of Black Panther. I've got those getting cleaned and pressed by Jeff at Comic Spa, and then I'm going to send them to CGC to get graded. But the book I really want is Fantastic 452, the first appearance of the Black Panther. I gotta have it. That cover is beautiful. Like I said, Black Panther's up there as one of my favorites. So I'm probably going to be looking at a low grade, a 2.0 to 2.5. How I'm going to achieve this, I've already started kind of shifting some other collectibles in my collection that I don't mind getting rid of. They brought me joy for a while, but if I can take some of the smaller stuff and transform it into one big thing that I'll really love to have, that'll be a win for me. I know the name's M.O.N.Comics. I know that the whole idea is getting stuff, through the mail and how I shop online. And I just want to actually maybe go to a comic show. There's a comic show in Syracuse, New York. I'll put the blurb up here. Legion of Heroes, or I can't remember the name of it, but it's a small comic show. It's 40 minutes away from me. It's March 26th, which is Sunday. My wife has given me her blessing that she's going to be home with the kids and said, you should go experience this. So even though I'm going against what the channel is, I think I'd have a good shot. I want to kind of buy this book in person if I can. So yeah, that's my collecting goals. If you have liked my content so far and you want to subscribe and like the video, that'd be much appreciated. Leave me a comment below. What are your 2023 collecting goals? Trying to get a bunch of small books? You trying to go for some big keys or grails? I'd love to hear what everyone else has lined up. And yeah, thanks for following along, gang. Until next time. I picked this book up from a gentleman on Whatnot whose username is Maximum Distractions. He was an older gentleman that works out of Chicago, owns a shop. He was really great. I went in with my list of books as I usually do, saw that he had some silver and golden age books, and I rattled off some stuff, and he went right to his shop and looked for it for me. And this is the book he had, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want it. So he was able to sell it to me. I'll check out and try to find a name and put it in the description of his actual comic shop in Chicago. I might be able to dig that up, but yeah, great guy. Appreciate the book. This book I also picked up on Whatnot from a seller, Cosmic Cat 99. Really nice guy. I saw that he had this in the Buy It Now. I asked him if he could show it to me. He showed me, of course, the tear and some other small defects, but overall it presented great. And he told me what the price was, and I said, yeah, sure. Packaged really well. Really happy to put this in my collection. He had some great books that night, so check him out.